All right. Hello, everyone. I'm getting started again today with the YETI game. Nope. Yeah. So yesterday we got started with building materials and food, using the exchange merchant to convert building materials to food. Today we'll get started with the machinery, which will really boost production, and then we'll get a positive feedback loop and everything will go crazy. So it's going to be exciting. Hopefully we can get that all done today, I think. Yeah. Okay, so machinery. Just look at the industries. We don't really have much choice. There's practically only one of each. So we're going to need, let's see, iron ore, oil, and uranium. Hi Thelfie, nice to catch you live for once. Just wanted to say thanks for all the tutorials and videos you put out. I'm loving the current streams where you get to show off all the logic. Yes, thanks for coming. I'm glad you're enjoying it. So I guess there's only one iron ore mine, so that's, I'm gonna pick this one. And we need a worker yard nearby. Well, there's one right there. I mean, I guess, what else is there nearby? Yeah, I mean, this is the only one nearby besides all the way down there. So I mean, we can just use this one, right? It's gonna be really close. Sorry, let's use a nice looking station. Oh, and where's my per track? Track, default rail type, last available, most used probably. Okay. So we want, which one is it? This one. Wait, so how many loading stages is this gonna have? Loading stages reduced by 1 per 4 units added, from 5 down to 1. So it's gonna load really slowly actually, if it's short. So actually I'm gonna go with the, I guess I'll go with one of these wet trains. Let's see. Eats cargo during transport, increase cargo aging rate by 20%. With exceptional capacity and loading speed. Let's see, the capacity is 60. I mean, yeah, I guess, do I want the turtles? Let's go with the ducks. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. They're only going 2 tiles anyway. So, Wet Express. Let's see. Go to nearest depot. Refit to YETI dudes. Go to here. Wrong order. Go to here to load, go to here to unload, go to nearest depot, refit to tired YETI, go to here, go to here. Okay, so then no unloading, no loading, no unloading, no loading, and that should be good. And I guess we should use wet rail if we want have wet rail trains. Ta-da. Okay. And we're going to want this town to grow a little bit, but preferably not in this direction, because there's a lot of stuff right here. Well, there will be eventually. Hi GA Trains, we are starting on machinery, so iron ore mine is the first one I'm working on, and since it's so close, we even have a steel mill right there. I mean, we could just connect it up like that, but it's really close, so I'm just using very short trains here. And also, hello, I like ducks. It's a very fitting name for these trains. Alright, and then let's buy some land here just so we can avoid this town building in our way as much as possible. We want them to build out over this way somewhere. Maybe. Okay. I mean, we could just connect it straight up here. Kind of tempting. Let's just see where else we can go with steel. There are 3 of them. The other one's all the way at the other end of the map. I don't know. Keep it simple. We'll just deliver to this one. And we can use more ducks or something. Local authority's not happy. I should have done this before I built all the roads and bought all the land. See if that's enough to make them happy. Yeah. Okay. Let's do mineral unloader actually. Mineral unloader doesn't really look quite right when your tracks are made of water. Oh well. Oh, that aligns perfectly. It's very satisfying. So refit this to iron ore. Get rid of all this junk. Full load here, unload all here. Oh, I guess these are express wagons, so that's kind of the wrong thing. Okay, so now we'll refit it to iron ore. Why do you use wet rails? I don't understand when to use them. Good question, William. wet rails, the trains are slow. However, they load really quickly. They have like, I think 2 loading stages. So for feeder, like feeder lines or really fast or really short lines, like these 2, I'm using wet rail since essentially I want them to load quickly and unload quickly. And the relatively slow maximum speed doesn't really matter since they don't have to go very far. That's my logic anyway. And then we'll start getting steel eventually. Let's keep going with oil wells. One over here, that's right on the main line and right next to other stuff, so let's skip that one, easy decision. And this one over here. Actually there's only, well, let's do these ones. I think this is pretty straightforward which ones to connect here. Oil well here, worker yard there. And I think actually I probably will use shorter trains for these lines actually. So ducts do need wet rails, but you can also use them on PER since it's universal rail, but it's better to use wet rail I think. Yeah. Stations. Use the livestock station again. Like I feel like we can just stick to 4 actually, and just add more platforms. Because eventually this will just be crazy with a ton of different, or tons of trains all going at the same time since we'll have infinite cargo essentially. Okay, let's clone one of our guys here. Forgot to do separate stations again. Go to here, go to here. Go to here, go to here. Unload all, no loading. Unload all, no loading. Just do no unloading, even though there won't be a cargo anyway. Just add some of those. Oh, and we should add some signals here. And we'll also add some land purchase here to make sure another industry doesn't pop up and steal our cargo. Okay. Should keep our consistent naming here. Clay YETI drop clay tired pick. Okay. This is the oil YETI drop and oil YETI pick, or oil tired pick. Why do you need 2 stations per industry then? You don't really need 2, actually. You could use 1, but essentially these primary industries are receiving Yetis and producing tired Yetis. So I'm using one station to drop off Yetis and a different station to pick up tired Yetis. And you could just use one station and it'd work alright, but if for some reason, which isn't going to happen, if some reason we want to change it and we want separate trains to deal with them, then it's just better to have separate stations. Same on this end, we have tired Yeti being received and Yeti dudes being picked up. And then the last machinery industry is going to be this uranium mine, and there's actually a power plant right there. Excuse me. Let's connect this one up. Well, we should get this town growing also. So the Yeti production is limited by the town population, I believe, in some sense. I don't know exactly the formula. So we want to just spam some buses. And build some roads for the towns to grow on. Well, those buses are... I guess I should give them a way to turn around, huh? Okay, and then, I mean, let's check where oil wants to go. Oil goes to a refinery. Here, there's only one of them, and it's all the way up there, so I guess that's what we'll do. Hey, XD Bloxer, and hello Big City Bus Lines. Good to see everyone. People have very fitting names so far today. Right, I want separate stations. We'll go up here. So you can see a lot of the tracks I'm building, or a lot of the routes are just like feeder style or point-to-point style. Which is kind of necessary once we get infinite production. You'll see we'll have like 3 or 4 or 5 tracks all next to each other like this. Once again, putting more effort than necessary into following the terrain. Okay. This is a 256 by 512 map. Can't see. Yeah, that's right. I'm glad people are enjoying the logic. A lot of people are turned off by that, understandably, but it's fun. Go here. Go here. Delete, delete. Go here. Go here. Delete, delete. Okay. Not no loading. No unloading. Unload all, no loading. No unloading. Unload all, no loading. And that's it, I think. And uranium. We'll just say nuke YETI drop. Nuke tired pick. Logic for the YETI thing, I'm just reading up on it. Yeah, I'm impressed by all this. Most I can do is sloppy splice in lines here and there. Yeah, it definitely takes... I mean, most people just sort of do straight line tracks. And honestly, it's a lot more straightforward. I kind of like following the train. Here's the logic stuff. Let's make it a different color so it looks a little nicer. Do you play with infrastructure maintenance? I guess not, as that many signals would probably kill you. I don't play with inflation, so inflation's off, so that sort of means infrastructure maintenance doesn't get too high, I think. But I guess infrastructure maintenance is off. Cost grows over proportional to the network size, thus affecting bigger companies more than smaller ones. Interesting. Yeah, I guess I'm not playing with that though. So there you go. We can see we've... I guess this is where we were at the start of today. So we actually have increased a bit more from that with some feedback. But none of our industries are overflowing with primary cargo. Oh, this one is. Oh my goodness. Spoke too soon. Alright, let's get some clay going. You do not want to have any waiting cargo anywhere. Oh man, a lot of YETI dudes. But I guess these trains each carry, what, 600 people? 700, which is crazy. This is a self-regulating network. Yeah, I guess it is. It is a self-regulating network in a way. In a way. It's more like, I guess you could say, logic regulated. Because the train's orders are determined by logic, however, they're still very fancy orders that the trains have. As you can see, there's all these conditional orders, but in a self-regulating network, I guess it's more, or it's just more, it'd be more conventional to have no orders, and just have the trains wander around and control them using certain logic. But yeah, it's kind of the same concept. I've been playing with furs a lot lately and find it difficult to expand when I finish the loop of steel and a thing that helps with coal mine production and stuff. I think it's, what is it called? Engineering supplies. Yeah. So unlike YETI, with furs, you do actually, there is a limited amount of production. So it's not like a completely positive feedback loop, it's only a certain amount of boost that you get. So you just have to connect up more industries with furs. Sort of like vanilla. Have a lack of waiting trains over here. So let's add some. Looks like we got the clay Should rename this to something meaningful. Got the clay solved. Or got all of it out of station. Wood pick. It's sort of important to be organized because there's a lot of stations to deal with. Okay, so let's connect the uranium to this power plant. Build a lot of trees here, so we'll build the station first so they don't hate us too much. And we can do another wet rail one, since it's so short. The nice thing about wet rails is that it's thematically appropriate to just build them in the water. So yes, trains are even replacing boats. See, how do I do this? It's kind of hard to see where the canals are. Guess I kind of want this over one tile. Okay. Hey Jewel, how you motivated me to take care of an unfinished project. Ooh. 8 to 12 hours of work. Well, I'm glad. We're all excited to see it, as always. For those of you who don't know, Duo is also a YouTuber here. He makes some crazy logic stuff with adding and subtracting and calculators in OpenTTD, so check that out if you have a second. I'll do the ducks again for fun. Or I don't know, let's just do the turtles. Just for variety. So there'll be uranium, full load here, unload all here. Dividing. Oh yeah, you did do multiplication. Dividing is crazy. Multiplication is already crazy, so... Yeah, we can do slugs later. Sorry, I like ducks. Why isn't this train leaving? Missing a track. Okay. Yeah. I always find it fascinating when people make calculators and computers in games in which you shouldn't, says XD Bloxer. Yeah, I really like that when people do that. Such as like in Mario Maker or I guess Minecraft with redstone. But redstone's sort of on purpose, but it's still really cool. Sure, division is only subtracting multiple times and counting how many. That is true. Unless we're doing like IEEE, whatever, float division. Okay, let's keep going though. Yeah, so if you're doing actual like fractions, then it's tricky. If you're just rounding to an integer, then it's sort of more straightforward, I guess. What am I doing though? We got our, is that everything? That is everything. We just need to connect the oil to this refinery. That's another oil well. To this refinery. Is this one new? I feel like that just appeared. Because that does seem like it's in a nicer spot than the one I picked. Should we switch to this one? Kind of want to. Alright. I mean, the more the merrier, right? We can have two. We can just have two of them. And I will use normal trains for here. Even though it's not too far, it's still a little bit further than I'd like. Also, hello Narasa, welcome back. Actually, let's do it like this. Woods. Heights. Yeah. I have 30 viewers. It's pretty good. It's sort of interesting. It seems to be pretty consistent that the second day is 30. First day is always higher. So this is oil YETI drop 2. Oil tired pick 2. Okay, that's good. Clone one of these. Go to here, delete, delete. Go to here, delete, delete. No unloading. Unload all, no loading. No unloading. Unload all, no loading. Okay. And then we'll connect up to that oil refinery with a point-to-point line. Let me just put down some land here. Actually, I guess that was kind of pointless on that side, but over here I want this oil well to die. Make some room later. And I guess on this side also. I'm not sure how much the industries terraform the land when they go in, since obviously they have to be on flat land, but better safe than sorry. Have a good day, y'all. I've only watched your tutorials Legends K, but today YouTube recommended the stream. Like, subscribe, and notifications. Thanks. Glad you have been enjoying the content. Why do you put unloading in the orders? It should work as long as the station accepts the cargo. Yeah, I always do unloading. Unloading, no loading. Just because, I mean, if for some reason, for example, the station just isn't close enough to the industry, or if the industry dies for some reason, then the cargo won't get sent to some random station somewhere that accepts it. Instead, it will just be all transferred to that station, and then you can deal with it. So if the industry's still alive, you can just re-deliver it, for example. So it's a little bit safer that way. And we can use, I'm actually going to use wet rails on this one. We'll use 4 tile long trains here. It's further than, I guess we want oil loading facilities. It's further than the other ones. For example, this is really short, but these trains are just really OP, so that's why I'm using them instead of wet rail on such a short line. Move this over one. It's actually a setting for that. It's interesting. Oh, flat area around industries. I guess we don't need any flat. We can also do manual primary industry construction if we want to. I don't know if I'll actually do that. Excuse me. Alright, which one should we do here? We can do a slug. Since it's a little stronger, I think. More power for a slightly longer train. Refit to oil. Full load here. Unload all. Leave empty. So I mean the leave empty order also, if for some reason, I mean in YETI it's not going to happen, but if in vanilla, for example, if like an oil refinery or an oil well popped up here, I wouldn't want it to actually load any oil there. Though in this case, it's not going to receive any YETI anyway, so it doesn't matter. And we'll need to buy land here so that another industry doesn't pop up and steal the YETI. Very important, because it does happen sometimes. I believe the station is determined by its distance to the sign here, this yellow sign. So if it does happen, you can just move the station sign closer by rebuilding the station. If I remember correctly. But also just don't want other industries getting in the way right now. Where's the other one? Did I only build one of those trains? It's weird. Okay. And we'll have to connect up this one as well at some point. Okay, so now how are we doing? Operating profit's still increasing by itself, so that means we just have a positive feedback loop or of some sort of thing like that. Is there still tons of clay? Okay, no, we did clean up the clay. But I mean, that's good. That's really good. It means that this ratio between building material and food is right. So we have all 3 cargoes waiting, getting 540 tons of building materials per month. So yeah, that's pretty exciting. We can afford to get rid of that water now. Okay, so that's good. Now we just need to get a factory. What is it called? A machinery factory. There's only one of them. I think it's simply the newest industry stealing the cargo, not the closest one. Have that happen in vanilla at least. Interesting. I think it was the sign, but I'm not sure. I could be wrong. So this is the machinery factory, and it has a really fun animation. Actually, the battery place also has a fun animation, if I remember correctly. No, that one's just static. Well, this one, uranium. Very interesting. Hi Vlakar, and hi Wooter Booze. I'm sorry. Great stream over here. Keep it up, bud. Thanks. This one has a fun animation. But we're gonna have to build a lot of stuff somehow over here. How are we gonna get over there? I mean, this one's really close. We could just do a feeder even, or like a point to point. How am I doing on... It's lagging a little bit for a second there. So I'm thinking the track will probably go around this flat area. I mean, we could go around the other side, but it's just really mountainous. So go around here. Problem is this town's in the way, so you know what's going to happen to this town, of course. It will not be in the way anymore. But we need them to like us. So we have to serve some stations here. How's this town doing? We can demolish more of this town also. Alright, very good, very good. Make sure they don't rebuild. This one will take a bit longer. It looks like we can... I guess we can just tunnel under for now. Let's go one tile further back so we can just preemptively double up these tunnels. Make a vid about how to use the dev console to change stuff like you did in the first video. Yeah, I guess so. I think Master Hellish has some videos about, for example, changing new GRFs in a running game, even though that's naughty and you're not supposed to do that. But yeah, we'll see. There's really only one command I ever do. Rail first red two-way EOL, and that's on. That's like the only console command I know, but I guess I forgot what the other one was, but reload vehicles or something someone said in chat, and that's useful, or that was useful. Like we could even build 4, well, I guess for machinery. I was saying we could even build 4 tracks, but for machinery I'm not expecting too much. Yeah, reset engines. I guess they don't reset engines. Yeah, it doesn't do anything now since I already reset it, but yeah, it's useful. Did not know about that. What's up with the trains going in a circle? Good question. They are logic trains. You can see when this train passes, these trains stop. Green light briefly flashes here. This train increments 1 spot, and that determines which of these signals is green. So there you go. This guy's in the way. We have a lot of land here that we can flatten out eventually. Oops, wrong way. You can fit something in there. Like a freight station. 13. That should be 16 tiles, right? Yeah. When are you coming back to making OpenTTD gameplay series? Soon, hopefully. Trademark symbol. But I am enjoying streaming right now. This town is in the way as well. I guess we can go around it with some doubled bridges. I'm not keeping the lines perfectly in sync, but it doesn't really matter since I don't think I'll need that. Good afternoon, Lugnuts. It's 12:50 a.m. here, and we woke up to snow today. 12:50 a.m., like midnight, like 1 a.m. It's cool to have snow. I'm not sure where that would be, though. Where is it 12:50 a.m.? Will Google tell me? It's gotta be like... It's gotta be like Asia? China? Okay, PM. Okay. So I guess that's like East Coast. East Coast US. Or somewhere like that. Somewhere on that latitude, longitude. Longitude, I think. Okay, anyway. Sorry, getting distracted. Let's connect this up. We could do it like right here. Actually, let's bridge this track over. Spaghetti bowl. Drop for machinery. Drop to machinery. Okay, now we'll connect these up. How are we doing on production? So we have leveled off a little bit. We could run an advertising campaign or something if we wanted to boost that again. I also use a 24-hour clock, Malix. So yeah, I agree. 24 hours is just a lot easier. No need to deal with AM and PM. But then I always mentally convert it to AM and PM since everyone around me uses that. Probably use another train over here. Okay, so let's connect up this power plant. I don't know if 16 tile long trains are really necessary for the machinery line, but we'll do it anyway. Actually, let's do it in the other direction since there's way more space in the other direction. 12 plus 4. Okay. This is actually, I was trying to do something weird here, but it doesn't really work actually. Because I want a signal on the other side of the bridge so trains have a place to stop. Do it like this. One tile too long. Okay, that should be okay. How many batteries are we making? 18 batteries a month. Fantastic. Not a lot. Clone one of these. Refit 2 batteries. Full load here. Unload all, no loading. And let's also rename the station to the battery pickup. And we'll get a few of those. So using different train length on the main line isn't out of the question, just depends on the situation. Yeah, I mean right now all the trains are, I mean for like a normal co-op game we pretty much always keep it consistent, but for this game I just want shorter trains since the full load order will take a shorter time and the sort of latency of the network is kind of important with YETI to get the positive feedback loops going. And then we'll upgrade to longer trains. So actually right now all the trains are 4 tiles long on the main line. But at some point they'll get longer and there will be mixed train lengths. And that'll be tricky to deal with waiting bays and stuff. Have you heard about Simutrains? It's a game like OpenTTD, free transportation, but it somehow works different on mechanics. There's a cargo disc, etc. When I was a kid I played it a lot. I have played, or I haven't played it, I have heard of it. There's also Chris Sawyer, right? Or is that Locomotion? Yeah, that's Locomotion. But yeah, I have also heard of that, but I have not played either of those 2 games. Alright, oil refinery next. I want my units to be volume to be cubic meters. So you can see now 256, 9. I just like that there's no extra thousands. Even though this says liters down here, I guess that isn't localized. Or something. So 9 units of refined products. Very interesting name. Let's do it on the little bit over more. Ref pick, refined products pick. And just connect that up. Locomotion is TTD with Roller Coaster Tycoon's game engine. It's missing too many of OpenTTD's new features though. I see. I have played a lot of Roller Coaster Tycoon though. I think that is Chris Sawyer's most popular game. It's been a while though, so not fresh in my mind. Lags a little bit in this area. I don't know if you can tell on the stream. Maybe not. Wait, what did I refit this to? These are refined products? Huh. Did not know refined products were stored in tanker trucks, but I guess it's like gasoline or something. Lovely to see you streaming. Curious, do you ever see yourself moving to a more exclusive streaming platform like Twitch? I guess I could. I just have the audience on YouTube already, so that's easier to start with. Semi-Trains looks like locomotion, both OpenTTD mechanics. I like it because you can build underground stations, signals on bridges, but economy is hard to play with for newbie. Yeah, I kind of actually like that the limitations of OpenTTD, like no signals on bridges. It's kind of silly, but it makes it more interesting. Limitations are sort of what makes the game challenging. Alright, so let's keep going. We got the oil products, the batteries. So what's the last one? Ah, the steel mill, which was up here. So this one, 145. It's really close. So we could even do a separate line for it. But let's not, I guess. Now we can see that all filled up pretty quickly with houses. So steel, we'll use the steel mill station. Not the easiest in terms of visibility. I guess we'll do a clover leaf over here. We'll give more waiting base space also. It's a little bit silly. Okay, we'll get some trains going. Did I just see a train pass? No, I didn't. So we'll refit this to steel. Balls of steel. Oh yeah, so something did come at some point. You can see the animation now. Little cars being built. You can see the batteries getting stuck in to the engine. Yeah. Can I only make one of those trains? Make another. 2's probably fine. And then let's start loading up machinery. Somehow. Wonder if there's any GRF pack to get the whole game looking like these industries do. There are some, so it's 32-bit per pixel is the keyword that you're looking for. There are some 32-bit per pixel base sets, but none of them are super, I guess, well accepted. They're all a little bit controversial. Well, they don't like me. I just bribe them. Yeah. I think the 16 tiles is probably excessive for the machinery line. We can actually just go all the way back here, preemptively. It's expensive to bribe the town, but we have the money now, so it's all good. Definitely want to get machinery. Wait a moment. This is something that's going to need logic also. Okay. We need some more space. They're probably going to hate us again. Yeah. Shit. Excuse my language. Well, there goes all our money. So I have to plant trees like a normal person. Do they like us now? Okay, that was a lot easier. So I'm going to rearrange the station this way. And then we can put a bunch of logic over in this flat area. Wow, this is a big city. Okay, we'll figure that out in a second. But I want to get some trains loading here. Just so we don't lose the machinery. Machinery is very valuable. So basically machinery, when we deliver it to any primary industry, it will just double its production for free for the given amount of machinery. So that'll be a big boost. Yes. This town is sort of in the way. I guess we have enough space though. I mean, so which primaries do we actually want to deliver machinery to? We really only, well, let's save the game. We really only care about, right now, our stone, clay pit, and the forest, which are over here in this area. So let's see. And then we also want to do a circle, so give back to the machinery primaries. So I feel like we want two levels of splits. One for the machinery, so we'll do a split for between machinery primaries and building material primaries, and then a separate split three-way for each of those to each of the primaries. Okay. So actually a two-way split is easier. Well, the two-way split needs to be proportional. Sort of like this one where we have 1/4 of the time the trains go one way. I don't know if it's going to be 1/4 or like 1/5. I'll have to just test it. Let's just have the trains go into a depot or something. While I figure out their orders. So then this is a little memory that'll keep those signals red since they see each other in a circle, and all the trains will just get stuck in here. Yeah, so we are dealing with limited space. Maybe we'll demolish Druntown at some point. Or maybe not. But let's anticipate it. Oh, they don't like us either. How could they? How about now? Oh wait, this is the same town as before, right? The one that we tried to bribe. Okay, whatever. I'm not worried about it for now. Let's do the two-way split over here, I think. Got some flat land. Just have the split right off on the curve. Should be a little bit tricky to get the signaling in like that, so we need a little bit of space. Okay. We can have the counter over here, I guess. Even flatten some of this some more. Put it on the hill again. anticipate that we'll need to terraform this anyway in the future. Okay, how do I do the signaling? So we have entry and exit on the diagonal, and then the normal signals. Okay, that's good. We can actually read off from this side. And then we can have a counter up here. Animal Farm is closing. Let's see, how long do I want this? We'll try same as the other one, 1 to 4. I could do the math, and I did do the math at some point, but we'll just do it by testing. Wait, is it really 5? 5, 4. Okay, I don't know what's wrong with me. Okay. And then we remove half of them. So this can be 0, 1, 2, 3, and we'll read out from here. We want one positive readout and one negative one that'll go into a NOT gate. Get some NOT gate trains. Train trying to go back into the depot. Okay, I don't want to crash the trains. So we'll do that one first. Now this one. Okay. I guess I can just disconnect that so they can go. Oh, and this should not be, these should all be exits. Okay. And then let's get our counter train from over here as well with the speed limit. Right, you're allowed to leave. So you can see as this guy goes around, this one's green, this one's red, until it gets to 0 when they switch. And then you keep going, it's cool. Train conductor for the spinning harmonic trains has to be like a fighter plane pilot or something. Yep, definitely. And then just need to get these outputs over here. Yeah, so you can see one of them's red, one of them's green. If we increment this one twice, 3 times, they'll switch. Very cool. Let's color the logic separately. We have a lot of machinery waiting. Let's just clone some more of these trains and let them just stack up. We can delete them later, but we want the machinery. Do not want it to go to waste. I mean, I could just send them to a random primary, but it'll just make that one primary go crazy. How are we doing still? We're still actually going up a little bit. That might just be the new lines we've added though. But it's good that we're stable. Okay, so then we want to do 2 3-way splits. Try to keep these relatively compact. Just gonna terraform everything to be even. Okay. The spinning cars are different types of logic gates. Hello, who cares? How's it going? Have reached 100 trains. This is not enough room, is it? Yeah, sort of. Basically, this mechanism will divide trains so that 3/4 of them go one way and 1/4 of them go the other way. I feel like this is not enough room. We can try it. There's no way this is enough room. Let's get a little bit more room, but... we need a whole little loop here. It has to be bridge. Now how are we gonna get to this one though? I don't think we can. These guys can't like us. No. We can use, use some tunnels. Guess tunnels would work. Kind of terrible though. Or we could just terraform everything and move everything out a few tiles. It's gonna be expensive. Yeah. It is similar to Minecraft Redstone, definitely. I guess we can try over here now. There's the readout, our 3 states, and we can do another readout over here. We need to get one on this side too. I think we do need one more tile of space. Sorry, this is a little bit tedious. It's not easy. Maybe one more tile this way. Then we can go like have a split like that. Yeah, I think that works. One over here. 1, 2, 3. One over here. So how are we gonna get the readout from this side? Alright, one more tile over. One more tile over. I think this will work. Because then we can do a bridge for this readout. Here, here, and here. Make it one tile longer. That'll go there. Or here, actually. How does this fit? I need a bridge somehow to get over here. Oh, I can go straight from here, can I? No, train, you went the wrong way. Can we do it like this? Jeez. It doesn't fit. Like this? No. I feel like this should fit though. Maybe like this. This might be good. Are we still surviving? Yeah, we're still doing okay while I'm messing around with this. Now this is why I edit videos and have nice edited Let's Play, because I can't figure out how to fit this in. Because I'm trying really hard to get it into this tiny space. Okay, this is getting somewhere. Alright, there we go. We did it. Fits. Now it doesn't fit over here. It doesn't fit. But I think this is a lot easier to change. We could even back that up. Back this whole thing up. Okay, there we go. We do need a train on this. Actually, I can't get it from here. Let's put it like this. Get one of our counters. Oops. Went the wrong way. Oh, I guess this signal is just backwards. Okay, so there we go. You can see they're all red. Because this signal should be here. The signal should be... I'm missing a exit signal. So now that route is green, which is this one here. Skip a signal, and now this way is green, and then skip a signal, and now this way is green. Yeah, you're not really supposed to know. Oh, sorry, smack the mic again. Know what's going on here. This is sort of a mess right now. We're doing some logic. We have a lot of machinery waiting. It's taken quite a bit of time. Should probably give these trains a second order so they don't all get stuck somewhere, or they don't try and go in circles. So let's do, this is the machinery, BM, machinery split. So I'll tell these trains to go there next. Excuse me. And I'll also just stick a station here, so that they will get to the next order. So at this point, I guess we'll have the outer route be yellow, be slow tracks. So this side will be machinery, and this side will be building materials. Can you leave out one of the readouts by making one decision path the default one but penalizing it with path signals? Yeah, you could do that. That's true. I kind of like the doing it everything properly though. Also, it's not going to be easy to get these trains out of this depot, I just realized, because it's... Should have put it to the one side of the track. Okay. So actually, I'm going to stop this train. Wait, so I want fewer trains to go to machinery. So I actually have these tracks backwards, don't I? Should have them like this, I think. Oops. But also I'm just gonna stop this train. Wait, no, it was right before. I'm being silly. It was right before. Because I want BM to be green. I want to stop this guy because I don't want any of the trains going to machinery right now. So then over here, have another set of waypoints. So this will be the machinery BM split. This is a little bit tedious and tricky, so sorry everyone. It might not be the most exciting thing. This is the machinery split. So So they'll go to the machinery split by default, and then I'm just not going to deal with this. We're going to do a conditional order jump back to the top, always. Now if max speed is, well, they're not here. So then the other option is to go to the machinery building material split. And we will conditional order jump here, or here, not that one, oh my goodness. Conditional order jump to here when maximum speed is greater than something. Look at these trains here. It's greater than 218. Okay, now we need the three-way split, which will look like these. So we can do red, green, yellow. Red, green, yellow. And that'll be clay, wood, stone. Ah, thank you. Should be greater than or equal to. Thank you for that. Clay, wood, stone. That's right. And we'll look at one of these trains. And we actually need to build the drop stations, because we don't have a drop at the primary. So we'll come back to this. So we need a drop here. Your freight station. This will be the stone mop machinery drop. Let's use red per. Just got to connect this up to the main line. Talk a little bit about why you use logic instead of timetabling. Is there a particular advantage? So I'm using the logic to perfectly divide the trains. You could also just have the train cycle through multiple different orders, and that would work as well, I think. But this is more reliable, and also when you clone trains, that means you have to manually randomize them, so that it won't all be the same thing. So overall, this is just going to be more reliable. So actually, JGR, or some of the patch packs have a random conditional order jump, and that's another option, and that's a lot easier to do. Okay, so that was stone. Now we need wood. I have a wood machinery drop here. And we're gonna get over here. Just move everything back. Move this curve back a tile. Okay, and now the last one will be clay drop. This guy really got close, huh? Clay machinery drop. Connect it up. You can just go right here. So those are our 3 destinations for our machinery. For now. So we come up here, get our train again. And at this point, we want to go to, shoot, what order are these in? So we want stone, clay, wood. Stone, clay, and wood. Unload all. Unload all. Unload all. I want for each of these to have a conditional order jump back to the beginning. Always. And then here we can copy this jump to clay when it's greater than 218. And maximum speed is more than or equal to 218. And then conditional order jump to wood when maximum speed is greater than or equal to 185. And that should be good. All right, this is the exciting moment. We just spent a bunch of time building a bunch of well, actually we have to connect this up. This will probably be kind of temporary. But then, after this, it'll all come together, and we should see crazy productions start to happen. Hopefully. So there we go. Now we want these trains to get moving out of this depot. Oh, I put those in the wrong direction. And we'll just have this go up. And we'll fix it later. So we follow this one. So this one's going to clay. Very good. Next one will go to stone. Right? Stone. Nice, nice. This one will go to not wood. Why didn't it go to wood? Should have gone to wood. Okay, something's wrong here. They're skipping over wood. So it should increment by 1. Oh, there's just a random signal there. Okay, that's silly. That's the problem. So now wood is green. Okay, happens. And it got stuck there. Because it incremented too quickly, didn't it? So I guess we just remove that signal. These trains just aren't long enough. I mean, you could also move this back further. I guess we want to move it back further, probably. Let's see if that keeps happening. It might happen with this one now. Yeah, so that doesn't work either. Maybe we'll move it forward to over here. That might be okay. Do signals recognize the difference between per colors, or is it just so you can see it more cleanly? It's just so I can see it more cleanly. It looks a little nicer. I think this works. Right, we need one more train to come. Lots of machinery waiting. Yeah, so that looks like it works. And I think we can actually add back this one. Yeah, we have a very fancy three-way train splitter here. And we're about to see something extremely wild happen, hopefully. This should just go up. Should just go straight up. There's a single piece of blue per on the mock path. Yeah. I guess that is better not to have in there as well. Okay, let's check on our primaries. So like this has some machinery waiting now. So that means it should have double the production, and even more is coming from that big backlog we had. So we have machinery waiting here. Machinery. No machinery waiting here. Oh no! It's delivering it to the animal farm. Oh no, okay. So let's see if moving the sign works. Clay machine drop. Okay, hopefully that's better. No. It's still going to the animal farm. Ah! How could they do this? How could they do this to us? So I guess it wasn't actually the signpost. So we just need this to not be in range, perhaps. Can we fit that in? Yeah, so we can fit it in here. Clay machine drop. So we just threw away 1260 machinery over here, since it'll just never get used. It's too bad. That's why it's good to always buy lots of land, even an excessive amount, because with YETI, because they're gonna try and steal your stuff. I mean, nothing, all the YETI industries are 4x4, so nothing will fit in here, but... Okay, but let's look at our other... Yeah, so this is... You can see there's fewer trains waiting now. Over here, yeah, so we have an excess of wood now. This is probably time to switch to 8 Talong trains at least. Yeah, we could always use the animal farm, but I'm using building materials to get converted to food, so we don't actually have a direct use for it. It'd be a lot of effort to add. So should we do 8 Talong trains or even 16 Talong trains now? Train too long, okay. Where are my settings? Let's also upgrade our maximum bridge length and tunnel length while we're at it. I don't know why there's a maximum bridge height. Maximum number of trains per company. Maximum length of trains. It'll be 64, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's just go straight for 16 tile. And I guess let's double check. I guess since, yeah, that one doesn't have any logic-based orders, so that one doesn't really matter that it's so long. Yeah, we have a lot of machinery waiting. I'm guessing, yeah, we're gonna start getting a lot more food, a lot more building materials. So we might want to switch these to be longer trains soon as well. Let's terraform this a little. Let's get ready. We want just a goods loading station. Kind of awkward position on a hill. Maybe I'll move it over a tile so I can do some terraforming without trains in the way. Do want to get 16 tiles in. Now, there we go. Had a little spike there. That doesn't look quite right. Oh, we have a jam. Yes, so that is why we don't want to just spam a ton of trains. So all those trains were sitting in the depot, and now we don't actually have any machinery coming, so they're all backing up because I made way too many because I just wanted to collect the machinery. And they're blocking everything. So let's just send all of them to the depot, a bunch of them to the depot. So that obviously is a problem. And something like that can really screw up the YETI network. If you have that and it goes on for a few months, it can just completely destroy the feedback loop that you had. And there's some missing signals there. Game really slows down when it's playing the animation. Probably can't see it since it's only 30 frames per second on YouTube. Jeez, how many of these trains did I make? So we should add a proper overflow. This was the one that I deleted the station at the clay drop and it got lost. That's probably good enough. Let's just add an overflow here. And since we might have longer trains, we kind of need to make this longer. Whatever, we'll keep it at 4. We'll just keep that in mind if we ever extend these trains. Yep, overflow. We'll do this properly. Maybe we'll add back some of the trains we deleted. We're back below 100 trains, I think. Oh no, we're still above it. 104. Let's go check on our primaries. Hopefully there's some stuff waiting. A little bit. Let's add some big boy trains. See over here. Oh yeah, look at that wood. Oh yes. Here we go. And clay. Oh yeah. Where's our long train? Was it clay that I added a long train for, or was it something else? I thought I already had one here. Okay, I guess it was wood. Alright, let's add one for clay. Oh yeah, so look at that crash. Like that crash due to that jam. And this is gonna happen a few times probably. Oh, shoot. Yes, this is a problem. I forgot we need the drop to be 16 tiles long, which is obviously very important. Okay, we're gonna need quite a few more tiles here. How long is this? Okay, that is 16. Oof, that's not good. Yeah, we definitely need to work on the robustness of our network now. Let's add another 16 tile long platform. Too much magic can kill you. Yeah, we are hitting that pretty quickly. It's not the worst thing in the world since it does mean that we still sort of have a cache of trains here. Yes, this is the troubles with long trains. Just gotta go around this. Okay, so we need 16 tiles, is right there. How's our town doing here? How are we doing, folks? Let's see. Let's move Wanning Pool Central up here. You must like us now. Excellent, yeah. If you have trains too long for the station, can they still full load? Yes, they can still load. However, it takes them an extremely long time to load. To the point that essentially it's completely useless. Let's move Wanning Pool up here. Okay, they're finally angry at us. Looks like we can still remove some roads though. Yeah. Okay. So we can do a bit more terraforming. Oh, here's a long boy. Can't really notice them since I just made them from a bunch of short ones. Anyway, have a wonderful time. Have a wonderful time. I'm dealing with my project and One Eye is on your channel. Pretty nice. Sounds good. I look forward to seeing it. I might even want this further down and farther back, since the splitter is so close right here. There's a nice patch that allows loading in short platform and moving trains like ore hoppers. Yeah, I think it's a little it's a little unfortunate that it actually takes so long to load in short platforms. I think you could have some interesting game mechanics if you allowed that. If you allowed it to load a little bit faster than it does. So essentially that'll just go over here. So yeah, these can barely keep up right now. Let's just make sure nothing's jammed anywhere. Looks pretty good. Why is it that some stations show the plus sign as if there's cargo transferred? Good question. I think it's just, it shows it's reserved for certain trains to load. So that's what's going on. Let's make sure to keep one station platform near here, so we still get the cargo. And let's make sure no industries take over this nice flat spot we've just created. Love terraforming sounds like Pac-Man eating. Yeah, it does kind of sound like that, huh? Okay. So that's 16 tiles long. I'm going to move this back a tile as well. There's a trick you can do with long trains to make them stop at stations faster, so we'll do that. So 16 stops right there. So actually right here, we can make this station bigger. Though, I mean, the waiting bays are a little tricky because we have different length trains. Probably you should change the founding industry flatland space to absurd amount. Yeah, that could work also, actually. That's a good point. I'm not sure exactly how that works. Because I'm not sure if it actually terraforms, if the industry will do the terraforming or not. You know, just buying land does work well enough. Oh, we got a big boy coming. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. It's happening. Look at all these building materials waiting here. So that means it's time for longer trains at the building materials. Because these trains can't handle it. Just go back here. And we're going to need, like, we're going to reach a point where the network is just starts killing itself with trains when we just keep adding trains. But that's the fun part. Hopefully there's no other stations that I forgot to make 16 tiles long. Are you going to start a food chain in the future or just rely on the food from the exchange market? I'm just going to rely on the food from the exchange market is my intention. It should be enough. As you can see, we are doing pretty well now. Have you ever heard of Factorio? Yes, I have. I think you might like it as it needs lots of logic, and it has trains. Yeah, I played Factorio a few years back. And actually one of the OpenTTD co-op guys, V453000, is a dev for Factorio now. He does graphics for them, so that's cool. Yeah, I didn't get super into it I mean, I did get into it, but I never actually finished the game and built the rocket, I think it is. Does seem like the food is keeping up. Let's take a look around. Alright, yeah, stone's keeping up. Wood's keeping up. Clay is not keeping up. I had one more long train. Yeah, he was V453,000 was here yesterday on the stream. It was pretty cool seeing him again. But yeah, he's one of the main guys from OpenTTD co-op. We should check YETI dudes. Let's just check waiting cargo. Okay, so there's a lot of YETI dudes here. These trains can handle it easily, but we can add more of them just to decrease the latency. It is a very addicting game, Factorio. Where's Clay? Let's make sure that nothing happens here also. Okay, hopefully, looks like we about doubled our profit, but it does look like it's falling off, which is a little bit scary. You do have to take care of your network pretty carefully with YETI. Let's make sure we get as much machinery as possible with Drewtown, even though they hate us. And we might need to start boosting machinery as well. Since right now machinery is just directly feeding into the BM, the building material network. So the building material network will be boosted and it'll boost itself, but at a certain point we just don't have enough machinery to keep up. These long trains might have been a mistake. It's sort of increasing the latency of the cycle. I have trees transparency turned on so I can, among other things, so I can see under bridges and whatnot. So that's the Control X menu and you press X to toggle. Where's all our stuff? Come on. Gonna skip some orders. I'm a little bit worried that we're falling off on production. How many machinery do you have to deliver to double primary production? I'm not actually sure. I guess I was assuming it was 1-to-1, but that seems kind of silly because then you aren't really doubling production. You're just converting machinery into primary. So it must be less than that. Less machinery needed than that. Let's check on the schema. Not sure. We might have finished running through our stockpile of machinery that we had. So maybe it is time to start boosting our own, boosting the machinery. So actually the other thing we need to do when we boost machinery is we also need to deliver food to the YETI yards. Okay, this is a problem here. These trains are backing up, blocking stuff. So I'll add some more platforms. It's going to be expensive. Do this the lazy way for now. But with trains these long, it's definitely, we definitely want 2 platforms per train probably. Or 2 platforms per like entrance. But I guess for a pickup station it's not the worst thing. These guys like us again yet? Nope, not yet. The long trains take longer to clear station entrances and also slow down more in curves probably. Yeah. I didn't test the curve length, but that could also be an issue. Yeah, so for machinery, the machinery line will also need to split food. So we have 1 food split, but we need another food split. And actually same for building materials as well. Which makes things tricky. We basically are going to be building a lot more logic. Yeah, but longer train's cooler, exactly. Perfect. So I'm gonna move this track over and make some room for more logic over here. Yeah, we'll just terraform this. Where's my terraforming? Instead of logic splitters, can't you have two separate pickup stations? They should split the food production 1-to-1. Yes, but also it depends on if there are enough trains waiting at both stations. But yeah, that would work. And you could also use like a transfer system, which would work as well. So yeah, I mean, there's simpler ways than this, but I do like doing things this way. First have a two-way split here. So this will be for food, and this will be for machinery. Food for food and food for machinery. So actually we need 16 tiles of space between these to make sure there's enough room to hit the colored tracks. So maybe I'll move this back a little bit further. Actually, let's check that I did that here. Oh, I guess these trains aren't going to be 16 tiles long. You guys got a Discord server. I don't have a Discord server. Well, we have a co-op Discord server. Let me see if I can get the link. But I don't have a personal one for my channel. Not yet anyway. Maybe one day. Okay. Huh. Okay. Expires after never. Max number of uses, no limit. Generate a new link. Copy. Hopefully that works. Let me know if it doesn't. How do I make this? Right. We'll stick to our 1-to-4 ratio. Actually, I want them like this. They're here. They're here. There and here. This one should be an entry signal. Okay. I have 0, 1, 2, and 3. Clone one of these trains. Okay, how are we doing? Are we crashing? No, we're pretty stable on the operating profit. Leave that open a little bit so it doesn't, so people can actually see it. Okay, let this guy out. She'll do the reading off of this side, whatever. Make a NOT gate. This needs to be an exit signal. Okay, so the NOT gate should be the default route. So it should be connected to the existing food line. No, I'm silly. This should be the other way around. So this will usually not be occupied. So we should usually connect it directly to the route that we want to be green most of the time. Okay. I don't know why it's so hard, but I keep mixing it up. Hello, Switchcade. How's it going? Now, this is going to force trains the wrong way, so let's not do that. And we'll just stop that train for now. And this will be the food BM/machinery split. Tried YETI a long time ago without knowing how to use it, got frustrated massively and went back to BSPI. Yeah, YETI is not easy, especially if you don't know how to get started. Okay, so that's one route. Now we need another splitter here, which will go to our various machinery primary industries. So oil, iron, oil, and uranium. And uranium is nuke. Would you consider YETI harder than FURS Extreme? I would consider it harder than that, I think. FURS Extreme basically adds more stuff, adds more industries, and lots of complicated chains. But YETI is very simple in terms of the number of industries, but very difficult to get a working network. Okay, this looks good. We're getting like more than double, like maybe nearing 3 times. Okay, never mind, drop down a little bit. Let's see how our network's doing. Doesn't seem like Well, it seems like wood is backing up quite a bit, actually. So let's add some more long wood trains. This is risky. It's risky if it overflows. It's been 22 years since we started. I'm gonna delete some more houses. There are now 2 houses left, each with 9 people in them apparently. Wow, they don't accept passengers anymore. So these buses are doing absolutely nothing. Okay. Okay, what was I doing? Go back to this, not that one, over here. I have to make another splitter here. So we'll do that. Okay. Can't click on it fast enough. Should all be entry signals, probably. Actually, kind of want to orient this the other way. Let's just deal with this. It's a little bit tricky to fit in these. So those are our 3 outputs, or inputs, outputs, I guess outputs. And we'll want a little loop. Our state counter. Move 1 tile further back. One there. And connect this up like this. One there and one over here. I may have to connect this one up as well. Let's go around the long way. Okay, and then signals. They should all be red. We're missing the exit signals. Okay. There we go. Add our train. Counter train. And this is not actually food, this is building materials. Food for building materials. Alright, that should be good. Let's clean up the purr. Make sure these are all red. And then we'll do red, green, yellow. This is the building material food split. What did I call building material food split also? I guess this was up here, this one. Yeah, so this should be building material. The building material to building material or food split. And this is food for building material split, I guess. So that's not what I said before, but that's fine. And we'll add so this will be food for the machinery. Split. Whew. Alright, looks like we have about 15 minutes left in the stream. Should be able to get this one line done, I think. So we'll need our iron, oil, and uranium drops. Machinery drops. So not that oil. We switch to this one up here. Or actually food. Food means we go to the YETI worker yard. So let's do this over here. Okay, not as organized as I'd usually be. Okay. So about 16 tiles. 14, 15, 16 for Norwell, Nonworth South. So this is what the oil stone supply drop. This will be the oil supply drop, which will be food. So how do I want to get down to the main line? I guess we go around the hill a little bit. Then we can hook it up here. Back this up a little bit. Okay, there's one for oil YETI supplies. We want one for iron ore, which was actually just up here, which is going to be interesting since it actually goes in the wrong direction compared to everything else. I mean, we can just split this one off. And this will go to the right. Those trains will come along, go over around here under this place. They're like us. We should demolish some of their buildings. Wow, they really like us. Well, not anymore, of course, but got a lot. I think it's probably better to demolish the roads first, since then the buildings can't get rebuilt. So maybe I should do that. You're amazing. Man, how can you see to get around in those mountains? For me, those are KO. Yeah, take some practice. So we want to drop off at this worker yard here. We really need 16 tile long trains here? I guess so. Wow, that only barely fits in. So this is the iron ore supply drop. And we'll need to terraform that for 2.5 million. Have more room for stuff here once the town gets out of the way. There we go, that's good enough. I mean, we're not going to start out with 16 tile long trains. And then the last one was what? Uranium down over here. How are we doing? A lot of wood waiting. Had one more big boy. Some clay waiting. We'll add another big long train. And what's the other one? Up here. This one's doing alright. You can see we are doing well. So we were down here before, so we're going way up. Don't forget the return tracks for the iron food trains. That is a good point. Thank you for reminding me. Definitely would have forgotten. Alright, there we go. It's good. Remember to do that. Okay, and the last one over here is connected to the uranium. So we'll put one over here. Nice flat land here. Very convenient. And back it up 2 tiles. Curious how you go about curve length calculation for 16 tile long trains. The answer is I don't calculate it. I just build a 16 tile long train and put it in a bunch of curves and see which ones it has to slow down for. It's the easiest thing to do. Though I haven't actually done that this game. Might want to do that before we start upgrading everything, which will be relatively soon, probably tomorrow. So we gotta get over here somehow. So we really have to follow the other tracks up over this hill, or I guess around the hill. I tried figuring it out from the OpenTTD manual, but my logical testing didn't match my understanding the manual. Yeah, I actually haven't... I thought I figured it out for a while, but then there's some certain curves that didn't make sense for me. That didn't match my understanding, so now I'm not sure again. But that's probably content for a future video at some point. Am I weird for feeling like eliminating towns in your way is sort of unsporting? Yeah, I mean you're not weird. That is a reasonable thing to think, I think. I'm anticipating though that it's just going to be impossible to. Like, we're going to get tons of production. So I'm anticipating needing that space in the near future. Don't do this in like your competitive multiplayer server. Might be against the rules. Just deleting towns. Move this 1 tile back. Go way back so we have room for trains to back up potentially at this battery pickup in the future. Alright, that's all 3 of them, right? All 3 drop stations. How are we doing? Stone pickups, good. Clay pickups, plenty waiting, but that train's got it. Wood as well. How are we doing on operating profit? Looks like it's plateaued a little bit again. Alright, let's get some food going to these industries. So before you go to the food building material split, you want to go to the food building material machinery split. At which point we will jump to the next thing when maximum speed is more than or equal to 218. However, if it's not... Alright, see you, XD Bloxer. Good to see you again. Okay, so if it's not, then we go to... We don't go to food building material split, we go to food machinery split. At which point we will have a bunch of conditional orders. So we want to go nuke. So I have stone, clay, wood, nuke, iron, oil. Okay. This is the nuke. Nuke. Sup. Drop. I'm going to say nuke, iron, oil. So this is stone, clay, wood. Stone, clay, wood, nuke, iron, oil. Okay. So iron. Where is iron? Iron's the weird one. Up here. Iron ore. And then oil is here. Okay. It's getting complicated. So for each of these, we want to conditional order jump to order number 1 afterwards. Oops. Always. I've just joined, so I'm sorry if this was already explained, but wouldn't the maximum be static? How do the conditional orders work? Good question. I have special trains from the Nuts Unrealistic train set that have their maximum speed be affected by the color of the tracks. So that's how that works. It's sort of a roundabout way of doing things, but it works. So jump over to this one. Jump over to this one. When maximum speed is more than or equal to 218. Maximum speed is more than or equal to 185. So this should be good. More than or equal to, more than or equal to, more than or equal. Okay. Quite the complicated orders, but that should be good. We should be ready to let this train actually start cycling. Let's test it. Oh, let's set it to 3. So it'll trigger trains to go this way, and we'll just check that the orders seem to be working. Oh, there's a lot of food waiting. We should add some more trains. Food is something we do not want to be waiting around. So yeah, so it goes this way. Hit that, so now it's going to the food machine split. Your nuke sup drop order is above the conditional speed order. Okay. Yes, you're right. Okay, there we go. Thank you. Good catch. Okay, we'll have to wait for a few more trains. Let's skip this one again. Go back to 3. See the next train if it works properly. Might be time to add some more of these. Or just get rid of this. Get rid of this water. Do it properly. So we have more waiting bay space on this. Okay, shoot, I missed it. Alright, let's skip it again. Next one. Going to the food building material split. going to the food machinery split. So now I should be heading to iron ore, excuse me, drinking water, and it is going to that place. Excuse me. I'm bad at drinking water. Okay, so that's good. Alright, so that will really boost machinery production. We're almost at the point, I think. I think we're getting really close. I thought we'd hit it today, but not quite. Let's just check on... these primaries. Is there really only one train on each of these? No, there's two. So, no food waiting here yet. Oh, here it comes. Perfect. Perfect timing. And then after this, we can end the stream for today. We'll be back tomorrow at the same time at 9 a.m. Pacific time in the US West Coast, or 5 p.m. GMT, I think. Alright, sweet. So we got the food going to the machinery primaries, or machinery YETI huts. So that's good. Check our network one more time. No, doesn't seem to be any cargoes waiting anywhere. Got our nice long trains. And we got food waiting here as well. So they reached that far in the network. Very good, and we'll just check. Total waiting cargo, food pickup, definitely the most. BM load. Oh, so we are getting lots of building materials, so let's add a few more long trains, and then we'll end it here. So thank you everyone for coming, stopping by, and have a good evening or night, or a good day, and I'll see you next time. And as always, I'll have the save game in the description of the VOD. And yeah. Thanks.